Let's talk about this bag. Now, I want you to understand this is not a bug out bag. There you see an alternative meal option. Anyway, this is not a bug out bag. I'm not a big bug out person. I think if situation is so bad that you've got to bug out, this bag could serve as a jumping off point for that. But all bets are off. If it's that bad, you can't really plan that well for it. You either have a seriously advanced logistical plan to take a whole lot of stuff and get them to a location, or you're going to be fighting your way to whatever. I'm not a big proponent of planning for absolute total societal collapse. This is more about, hey, I've got a situation, I've got stranded a long ways from home, there's a weather event, there's a logistical event, something's happening, I've got to get to where my family, where my loved ones are. That's what this is about. So let's talk about this. Now let's talk about the bag first. This is an outdoor products. It's not an expensive bag, 30, 40 bucks. I think I got this one on clearance, that's why I have it. I believe I paid 20 something dollars for it. It's not some big heavy duty tactical go crazy kind of bag. It does the job though. It's got just all little pockets on the side. It's got a pocket on the top. It's got a spot for a hydration bladder, which I actually put a hydration bladder that I got for $4 at a thrift store into it. Thrift stores are your best friend when you are trying to prepare for unexpected events like this. You get all kinds of stuff like this from them. So let's start out on the top. What's in here? Let's look at this. Okay, so there's a space blanket, emergency blanket bag. This is all stuff I want to get to immediately. Here's a compass. There's actually another compass on the side. What's that? Another space blanket. There's loads of them. If I come around this side, so here's some other things. I need to be able to get to this immediately. What's the first thing I want to be able to get to immediately if I got to get to something? Toilet paper. Always, always, always keep toilet paper in your bag. When you need it badly. Here's some cordage. I am a big believer in cordage. You can do 6 billion different things with cordage. I think that's all that's in the top of it here. So that's it. This is stuff, if I got to get to it right away, I'm stuck in a rainstorm, it's 20 degrees, I'm going to put a space blanket around me. There's a little compass. The compass, honestly, I just had an extra one. I threw it in there. Toilet paper. If I have to explain that, you're not human. So let's look at the outside pockets of this one. Let's go to this pocket. It's got one on the front. What do I got in here? So this is, I will point out, packed for winter travel. Hand warmers. These things may seem superfluous until you're cold and you need one. You get one of these guys out, something just fell. You get one of these guys out, you put it in the bottom of your sleeping bag, you put it in your shirt, whatever. They do an incredible job, as you can see, written on the package. 18 hours of warmth. Open the thing up. Recommend wrapping it in a shirt or something because they get super hot. I've used them professionally for temperature testing in the pharmaceutical industry, actually. They're phenomenal. Thing that fell out here, something I just keep in there kind of on whim. This is a little roll of Velcro. Usually compresses down, doesn't take up a lot of space, not very heavy. Use it to hook things together. It's really nice for that. This is a pill bottle full of ammo. This keeps my primary sidearm fed and watered. It is heavy, but not as heavy as not having it. On the side here are some Tasco, again going with my I'm a cheap bastard motif. Hang on a second, I think I just broke the end off of them. They don't pull out very well. Yep, I sure did. Look at that, that's nice. I'll hook that back on, hang on. Knocking things over. This video sucks. These are some cheap optics. Oh my god, very cheap optics. So this is a fine example of why you don't buy cheap optics. Wow, they just completely fell apart. So these will be getting replaced somehow. What's that, a Bushnell optics? Wow, those just completely self-destructed when I pulled them out. I'm going to leave that in the video because I think that's a phenomenal object lesson. They just came apart. Anyway, okay, so let's get a better view of that. That's what happens when you buy cheap shit and it falls apart on you. As you can see on the side, I got some more cordage. I'm a huge believer in cordage. It's got some little carabiner with tie off stuff and all that. Cordage is your friend. You will use the holy crap out of it no matter what you're doing. On the side over here, I've got attached to the side, I've got a fire stick, little flint and steel, and another compass. And lo and behold, there's some plastic ware. Probably won't use it, but you know, you never know. Some more cordage. There you are. Excuse me. Alright, so that's everything that's in the side pockets. Just ignore those. Don't get those. Whatever you do, don't buy those. I got these at a thrift store for less than I paid for those, and they're much better. We'll get into that later. Alright, so let's open this thing up. I don't know why there's a cane laying in my floor. Just ignore that. I suspect it has something to do with my wee bairn who put it in the floor. Alright, so now I don't always succeed, I try to go in order of how I'm going to need stuff in an emergent situation. So on top, first thing you find, these are some N95 dust masks. If you don't know why those are important, if you've seen any footage of 9/11, any natural disaster, earthquakes, tornadoes, there is debris in the air. There's nothing like not being able to breathe to make it very difficult to function. Next up, this is, I think it's $10, $12, Frog Tugs. It's a poncho, a rain poncho. Is it going to protect you in a bloody hurricane? No, it's not. But it's a whole lot better than nothing. Little snack. I like to keep snacks thrown here and there. This is high energy. It's dried cranberries. Keep forever. Tastes good. Some Gorilla Tape. Not actually that big a fan, get rid of that, of Gorilla Tape. It has incredible tensile strength, I have found. However, the actual adhesive that they use does not seem to be as strong as just regular old duct tape. So make a note of that. Next I have, this is I believe 8x10. It's just a heavy duty tarp. You will find I am a huge proponent of Ziploc bags. This one's not sealed, but what it does do is it keeps this from growing and kind of fluttering all over the back. One of the things I've seen in a lot of people that pack these bags is they don't segregate the ingredients and make it easy to get one individual thing out. If you do that, you end up with a pile of crap and it's snowing and raining on you and all your shit gets wet and nasty. You don't want that. Okay, so going next. This is a little plastic. These are not that expensive. I think this is $6, $7